It used to be possible for individuals to begin a lawsuit to compensate themselves for the damage they've suffered in any of the ways that business harms the public and its customers, and to make that something called a class action suit, a legal form in which all the people who are victimized by a company can together sue for compensation and to get the company to stop this behavior. Companies didn't like that, surprise, surprise. So they developed a very interesting gambit. In tiny print towards the end of contracts and public relations about what they do, they carry a little demand that anybody with a complaint about something they've done cannot go the route of a class action suit, has to go to binding arbitration. That requires individuals to pay the high costs of a lawyer to fight it out in an arbitration, and allows the company, with its deep pockets, to have a much more expensive law firm, and you can see what's going on here. And there had been action by aggrieved public and aggrieved customers to get a law that prevents companies from being able to get around the legal recourse that people have. And a law had been passed. But with a new Congress and the power of the money that buys particularly Republicans, but Democrats too, the Congress undid that law. So now companies are free to require binding arbitration, which vast numbers of people cannot and will not afford, and not class action suits. This leads to a general understanding. Regulating capitalism is a thankless, long-term failure as a strategy. Why? Because the people who are aggrieved by the behavior of corporations, particularly big ones, who get a regulation, don't understand that the minute that regulation is passed, after momentous opposition by the companies, they then go to work to undo the regulation. And they have the money and they have the incentive to keep at it in the way that the aggrieved public doesn't. It's only then a matter of time before the regulation is eviscerated, destroyed, the abusive behavior by the company resumes, the victimization of the public, of the employees, of the customers becomes so outrageous that they rise up and pass another regulation. And that repeats the whole game. Eventually people have to learn the problem is the system. Regulating it doesn't solve that problem.